When you're far behind, like 10, 15k gold, the best thing you can do is get a pick off and then fight immediately after. Or Aegis. Finding a kill on a core or even support is like massive. Yeah, we're gonna talk about hard ass games, basically, guys. What to do when the game is rough, right? When your team doesn't want to play the game anymore, when they want to AFK, when they're Quinn Callahan, let them end. Anyways, playing Sanking here, and the game is like kind of like hard-ish. It's not like impossible. As you guys can see, their carry is a literal 3.5k gold ahead. Like, I thought by playing this game, I did not think we were gonna win, just by how like the last 5 minutes went. But this man finishes BKB now. Yeah, this is like the time to fight, right? PA is BKB, you're losing the game. Kinda, it's time to fight. It's time to fight. Time to kinda get back into the game, right? As they say. So, let's see. Bane is dead, by the way. Bane is dead, and this idiot Sanking, which is me, has TP ready. But since Bane is dead, this is not really like something you want to do. Like, you kind of want to take a 5v5 team fight. So, just gonna show you this to see what happens after, because this team fight is over. This team fight is over, right? This guy uses BKB in the lasso, which he has to, otherwise he dies. And what happens after? Sanking gets flame break, so he can't EP blink. TA gets X back. Little Ravage, doesn't even matter. Everyone's dead, right? Alright. What the actual F happens now? There's 4 people dead. Your team is probably flaming each other. What even happened this fight? Bane was dead. Sanking wasn't there. So this was like not an actual like representation of, like, not even close to how strong our lineup can be, right? They're feeding a little bit here. They should not even die here. When I play these games and my team wants to give up, I straight up like tell them this was not even like a real team fight. Like, you know, this doesn't count as a team fight, because it wasn't. It was 4 against 5 or 3 against 5, to be honest. There is 2 ways to approach this after a team fight like this. Either you tell your team, guys, let's have an actual team fight, 5 against 5, and you ping a smoke or something. You just wanna go fight again. What that means is that you probably either have to, you know, push out some lanes again, push out some lanes first and wait for your ultis and then go smoke, or they don't matter and you still go. Those are like the 2 options, right? I'm pretty sure we chose the splitting option until we have ultis this game. Dawn and Bane have no ultis, so my PA TP's bottom. Gets a bit more farm. Roche is still like the objective right now. Roche or mid-tar. As you guys can see, we're pretty split still on the map. Kind of just waiting. What is grip 50 seconds. The good thing is that Bane is actually tanking smokes and Dawn, like for my PA. Look at how they're playing. They're playing like ahead in their jungle. So if they were to smoke on the PA, then my Bane or Dawn would die. I think this is very important in a losing game, especially. Very important as a support. If you guys are position 4 and 5 players, especially 5 players, in a losing game, making sure your carry gets like 2 or 3k extra net worth for you to die once or twice, 100% worth it. Every single time. Even if they use ulti, I mean, especially if they use ultis, or if they use like 3 or 4 heroes, it's like the best thing you can do. In a losing game, throwing your bodies at them and making them waste time or resources, a very, very good thing to do. That is definitely something you will see very good 5 players do. Or even something like this. Like, it doesn't look like much. I would be shitting my pants right now as bad. I was like, guys, fucking TP right now. I don't want to die. I'm winning the game. I don't want to die. But it's a pub, so no one TPs. But they still run over. And guess what? While they're running over, they can't chase my PA, right? So that's like all you really want. You want to get this guy more items in a losing game. You want to get your carry farmed. Yeah, unfortunately, okay, grip is almost up. Let's see. Probably just gonna, you know, finish the basher at this point. And then it's fight time. Yeah, basher's coming. Let's see what we do. So as you can see, we're grouping up more, right? You can see on the minimap, like the dots are connecting. And yeah, we're smoking. We have our basher. We're chilling. Let's see. Alright, ideal team fight, right? I would say we're... Depending on how we fight, because you can see our lineup is... I mean, our lineup is 90% magic damage. Unless he crits, then it's maybe like 80%. They have one BKB, they have two BKB, they have... they have two BKBs. So... If we were to just fight head on, we would lose. Straight up. If we fight like... You know, we didn't have a brain. And we just fight like... Everyone just runs at each other 5 against 5. Head on. No care. Then we would 100% lose the team fight. 100%. Because they would just BKB and kill us. So how you want to play against BKBs, right? As like these like puck sankings. Either you want to force out the BKBs, not use too much, and then wait until after BKBs and then use your spells. Or you burst them. Those are the two options. You epi before, you blink in stun and burst. Without them being able to use BKB. The kiting option is usually more safe. So yeah, let's see. They're roaching. Roach half HP. We break. This guy dies in a 1-hit. And as we talked about, 4 against 5. Very good, guys. I love 4 against 5 team fights. So Bat blinks in on this guy. Doesn't last him because he's BKB'd. I stunned this guy out of fog, so he can't dodge it. I did not epi because he has BKB. I'm holding. He gets astraled, you know, that's another save they have. I can guarantee you guys, my PA does not feel good right now. My PA is like, okay, I used my crit. I used my crit on the Marcy and I used my BKB, which is my most important tool, on an astraled target. Yeah, and we use Stormbreak ulti. The good thing is we have coil, we have epi. We don't have BKB, we don't have grip. I would say losing team fight right now, if they use their spells correctly. The thing is, this guy's so low though from Roche, like this should never even be the case. This man enters the team fight with like 50% HP. Even less. Anyways, here we were. Yeah, he actually has like... Oh, he's getting gripped, okay. Yeah, he has like 20% HP. So let's see. No BKB on TA, right? Bad BKB. PA half HP. My puck is going on the backline, which I really like. I really like this. Puck is going on the backline. Unfortunately, they lasso here, and then when you X back, it breaks the lasso. So that's like the only reason why he didn't die here. Yep. Blinks out, and... Let's see, puck. Still fighting the backlines, they don't have BKBs here anymore, and that's when I epi. My PA is 1 HP, and then I can go on the Batrider and the Willow, I think. So this team fight was pretty chaotic, right? This team fight was pretty like all over the place. But as soon as my BKB on PA runs out, he runs back, which I really like. Tries to kite after the BKB is over. Unfortunately, they fuck up, so he doesn't die. But anyways, even if he dies here, at this point we win the team fight. Because me and Puck, like, we held our spells really long. Like, I probably epi a minute after this team fight breaks out, right? I epi at 26:50 almost, and team fight breaks out at... Nah, okay, 30 seconds. Almost. So I hold my spells like really long. And it doesn't matter if you're Sanking, it doesn't matter if you're Earthshaker, even Mars, you know, like these heroes, like unless you catch them like 100 to 0, unless you can burst them, it is oftentimes better to save your spells for a later opportunity in the team fight. We fought this fight like pretty, I would say pretty like not head on, 2.5 different you know, like mini fights, which is good because we're behind, right? If we fight them head on, we're definitely gonna lose because they have like a save in Astral. So like these like split team fights are very good when you're behind. In this game, I first random Chaos Knight, and they pretty much picked 5 counters to it. Yeah, I mean this game is, as you can see, they're up 6k at 21 minutes, and we don't have a good carry matchup. What we do have is Venomancer, which I think Veno is really good this game, because now the heroes has like a lot of sustain. How do I win this game? I'm looking at this lineup, at theirs and ours, and I'm seeing that we need to take long fights. Like long fights. To the point where Veno and Bat, because their damage amplifies by, you know, the fight just dragging out, right? The more stickies there are, the more Veno wards there are, the more people he can poison sting, the more people he can ulti, the better it is, right? The more chances we have at hooking someone. What else am I seeing? I'm seeing that my Phantasm is hot garbo this game. They have like 5 AoE heroes, so my Phantasm is 100% useless this game. Which means that ideal teamfight this game is that I burst one of the supports with Phantasm, and then my Phantasm will die. I pretty much trade my ulti for like 1 support kill, and then I have to play my hero in teamfights. That's kind of what I'm seeing this game. Because they will go on me after I use Phantasm. So the best thing I can do is just burst Shakiro or Snap, burst the easy targets, and then take the teamfight from there. Another good thing, and I think partially the reason why we win this game, is Ice. When you're behind, bait a teamfight that is in your favor. Bait as in like you're purposely out of position as a tanky offlaner. I also really love to do this on Veno. You can do this on like Necro too. You can do this on Veno is probably the best hero though, because you can poison Nova off. It's like Veno, Necro, Timber as well. You're purposely out of position, so they go on you, and then, you know, they use so many spells that your team has like a free fight after. You can easily do this in any bracket. Probably the lower the bracket, the better, like the easier it is, because people will just go on you. So what happens here? They go on the Veno because he thinks he's stupid. This Veno is a double brazier vessel essence ring Veno, by the way. So he's not dying. he's not dying. Yeah, they use pretty much everything. And then, remember, we're 6k gold behind. So any team fight really, any team fight that we win or take that is in our favor is very good right now. Because we wanna get this to even, right? Here they use as well, so I can just go in here. Get stunned 4 seconds, by the way. Yeah. That 6 seconds was down to Qojqva died here to my team. Because Qojqva probably wanted to help his allies. Let's see it again. Qojqva's like, oh no, my team is fighting. Their mid tower, by the way, is 4 HP in a 22-minute game. So these two see the Qojqva. He has BKB, by the way. But instant hex. Pretty hard. Doesn't get armlet off. And this would have never, any of this would have never happened if when my Venom didn't do this, you know. It's like a chain reaction. Suddenly 6k down to 3k. One team fight. One team fight that leads into Roche. 2k gold. Right. We're Aegis. So my ideal team fight right now is, or my ideal way of playing the game is, push out some waves and then go team fight. Because I have Aegis. I want to use this and definitely get some towers with this as well. So let's see this again. We have Aegis. Look at the minimap right now. Look at the minimap. 4 against 4 mid. Carries are connecting. Both of them actually just a mirror game right now. They're going on the Pudge. They're 3k gold ahead right now. So in theory they should win this team fight, right? But we have Aegis. They're going on probably the worst target for us. We don't want Pudge to get gone on. Because Pudge is... We want them to go on Veno, ideally. Veno or maybe me. Because I have Aegis. Right? If I don't have Aegis, I don't want them to go on me. I wanna burst one of the supports. But with Aegis, sure. Let them go on me. I am waiting for his BKB. Unfortunately, he uses Sonic and Kisses. And right here, I'm like, fuck this fight. I think. We're so split. Look at this. We're going under BKBs, and your carry cannot deal damage. Neither can Veno. So this fight is like really awkward. Let's see it. We might still win because of Veno though. Because he's just taking long. The only good thing about this fight is that it's a long team fight. Right? It has been like about 25 seconds since the team fight started. So we have a lot of Veno wards, a lot of poison stings. That's the only good part about this team fight. The bad part is 2 of my heroes are already dead. And I have Aegis. And we're fighting next to the tier 1 tower. So they can just buy a big and TP in. But I still have Aegis. This guy dies. To Veno, Vessel. Very nice. Yeah. 2k gold? I don't know. We lost Aegis though. So like... Kind of like... I don't really favor anyone right now. It's like... He bought back, I guess. So that's good. That's like the only positive thing right now. We do get this random ass kill on Queen though. So I guess that I kind of made up for it. So yeah. Takeaways from this team fight. My Pudge dies first. My Bad Rider goes in without his carry being able to hit. My Veno being backline. There's like the 3 big mistakes I see in this team fight. And I think if we were further behind, if we were like, you know, 6-7k gold behind, I think we straight up lose the game here if we do this shit. We straight up lose the game when we team fight this badly. When you're like 4 behind, then I think like the further you're behind, the more clutch you have to team fight. Like the more correct decisions you have to make, pretty much. Yeah, initial what, 6k gold deficit is less than 1k gold now. When you're far behind, like 10-15k gold, the best thing you can do is get a pick off and then fight immediately after. That is like probably the best thing. Or Aegis, because it's also kind of like a extra life, right? So finding a kill on a core or even support is like massive when you're just far behind, right? And you get that like extra kill. It can literally change the game. If you guys are looking for ways to come back, that is like one of the best ways to equalize the game, because that opens up a lot, right? You get that kill and then you can suddenly smoke again and get more, or get towers, you know, anything like that. You know, if the team fight is 5 against 5, if you guys play support and you're watching this, if you don't necessarily draw boards in fights, I think placing high ground wards, hill wards in hard fights is, especially when you're behind, and you need to find the right targets, right? Like they all have items, you need to find the right targets. Then those hill wards are very, very key for a good team fight. When you're a core player, also they probably have BKBs, they probably have a lot of items, satanics. Finding the right targets is even more important, and killing them off before they can use them. So generally, the further you're behind, just the more, you know, the better your decisions have to be in team fights. I tend to look for either pickoffs, or if that's not possible, you know, if they're 5-manning, then you just look for item timings and then fight. Like in the PA game we covered earlier, what did we do? We waited for ultis, and then we waited for his basher, and then what did we do? We smoked to Roche and fought them there, right? Because that's like the big objective in games like these. Like if they get Roche, suddenly their lead like increases by like double.